see semifinals happening this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Semifinals,
Say
finals.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna do better this time. Thank you for tuning in. We're so excited to be here.
So let's go ahead and give that one more take from the top to make sure that we
Wait,
can
I'm spacing.
How is it that
You
you're
just do that.
I was fine with it. How it was last time. Was it
I
good?
just need to know when I'm shifting.
She's adding some spaces
Carlos.
so that we have some room.
He wanted the screen on the actual thing, so I'm guessing.
Yeah. How's everybody doing today?
Good, you?
Aww.
Doing good.
Sorry, Sierra's a little distracted. I
Oh.
think it's stressing Dom out.
No, I'm just
Honestly,
busy.
I think I'm
Trying to
gonna
make
go
a
into,
show.
like, an not food coma. Like, I'm so hungry. That
Dude, go eat some food. Go downstairs.
No, it's okay. I had an apple.
Go upstairs. Get the
If-
snacks. There's
yeah.
snacks upstairs.
No, I'm trying to be healthy.
If-
Oh, there's good snacks.
If you
up
do
there.
go upstairs, can
Get
you
some
make me a coffee? Because this
He
machine
needs
down here
coffee.
does not work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah. I'll,
Okay,
You
go.
are my favorite person ever. Oh my god.
You deserve
This
it.
is what it means to be addicted to coffee.
Okay, so we're gonna do it in where we can put the TV, like the TV in the back where the brick is.
Mhm.
So give them space.
So then they just scoot over, please, to that side. Because the brick is on this side, on the
Sorry.
The quick fix is up on the drive, so whenever you guys are done, just.
So we gotta move
Sierra, I'm
the
gonna have
table.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I also saw you did some of the notes for Monday's script as well.
Yes.
Try that.
You also had a quick fix on there for the Star Wars thing?
Hey, can you
Yeah.
put on your marks for me, please?
Because they have their announcement this Saturday, so I feel like that should be a quick fix because it's probably not going to be.
Scooch in, please.
Sierra, scooch in a little more. I mean, to the other side.
Down a little more,
A
please.
little more. More.
I feel like this
Does
is
he want that on there the entire time?
He said,
Or he wants this, and then go to that.
he said he wants the option of being able to put it on.
So leave it here the entire time. We only have one camera, so it's.
Yeah, leave it there the entire time.
So these are now
So when
our
they're talking
marks.
about something,
So
just
down,
put
please,
like
scooch
the
in a little
logo.
more.
More?
Sierra, please. So,
Sierra's.
Okay.
like that?
Yeah, can you fit that screen there?
So now
Yeah,
I
we
am,
can
I
put
am
the block.
centered
It doesn't
on
matter if
the
your head's a little over it, because it's a separate image.
Oh, right. Yeah,
line.
yeah.
You tried these lollipops, right? Before?
Yeah.
Are they good?
Alright.
Oh my god, those are the shit. Those
Alright,
are my
guys.
favorite.
Get started.
Let's get approval
Oh, I
from
mean,
him that he's
the-
done with this.
Can I see
He
the lollipop?
said that he just wants the option of the TV.
Alright,
These are the best.
guys, look at the camera for me,
Blow
please.
pop. I get a treat.
Wait,
Not even
Can we take a
though.
picture?
Yeah, take a picture. And send it that way.
Remember, this is all live right now.
Blow pop.
There is?
I love these. I see like 4 in a day.
Walter, are you
It's
talking game
Robin.
science?
Robin's dropped in to say
How
hello.
are we doing?
Greetings from
Okay.
Robin.
Doing good, mate.
Robin's here.
Oh, hey, that's my hat.
We can't tell if he likes fish and chips or shrimp on the baby.
Guys, do
Well,
the intro
that's
for me, real, actual volume, please.
Robin,
Intro
Robin,
at actual
Robin.
volume. Intro at actual volume, please.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily HUD. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a whole bunch of things in the news.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and feel free to comment below if you'd like us to cover something that you are doing in your esports life.
Yes. We also will accept your papers, much like this one. Email them to info@esportschannel.com, and we'll be happy to highlight them on your channel. And if you think there's some league or some game that we're not covering,
Yes.
let us know, because we're
League,
trying to get
game.
everything right now.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Sweet.
Eat it all up. Call me a capitalist because I want to consume your material.
What?
There's nothing to write.
What do you mean?
It's free.
Okay, let's open this.
Carlos knows this.
Whispering behind the camera. What could it be? Are we scripted? What's going on?
Oh boy, sorry.
All right.
It's
let's-
okay. That's my
Finish
job. My job
we
is
can do.
vibes. So I'm doing my job really
You got the
good.
giggle vibes today.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
like,
see.
I'm keeping the vibes up.
Is it this way?
This flavor of blow pop is cherry. Personally, not.
Not right now.
We want to
Your
avoid
mouth is gonna turn red.
Oh.
Yeah.
big old
Okay.
brand names.
That's fine.
Oh yeah.
So that's fine. So
That's fine.
I think this is the correct
This is fine.
orientation.
But
Okay.
we're gonna have that there.
so we're gonna have the block there the entire time, or
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure so we're good.
Yeah.
Well,
And if
there it is,
anything,
that's
we can
correct.
take it off. But he said that at the end of the day, he just wants the option to have that block there.
Okay.
So
Do you think
let's give him
This is green
Okay.
at all?
No.
No, yeah,
no,
no.
you're
There's
fine.
no problem.
I'm trying to see if there's a way we
You
can
got,
cheat
like,
it so that
browns.
Yeah, it's like a
if
brown.
worst case scenario they don't want the block, we
only
can
reason
zoom
you have
in
greens,
and center them.
bounce from the
Right.
green
But
screen.
there, it's a
So
little.
that I missed in the place.
Yeah.
See,
Well, I
it's
actually
a
had
little
green on
green
the
screen with
shirt.
the
Yeah,
black.
I mean, honestly, just go with that and then put the
Okay.
block the whole time because that's the instructions we were given.
Okay.
And that's it.
But I'm cool, yo.
So whatever.
Alright. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
we are on camera.
Stand up straight for me, guys. See, I remember, face forward. Thank you.
Face forward.
I don't know if you like sugar or not, so.
Just black.
See,
Alright. So you're one of those.
and then put your arms up like you do.
It's more flavorful.
Alright, ready?
It's painful.
Who does the beginning of the intro?
She got a snack.
I did.
That does the first
You can see
intro?
me like.
And I'm alive.
I'm back.
Sierra.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor?
Okay. No, I'm just gonna.
Oh.
You're the first one. I'm gonna press start and it's gonna come up slowly. So
Yeah.
she's gonna count you guys down and then whenever you feel comfortable with the starting the script, just go ahead.
Yeah, just give me a sec. They're gonna close all the doors, make sure.
We don't have any echo or sounds or anything.
Yeah.
There's all these
Oh, badass. I can smell that coffee. Like a bloodhound. Just a coffee.
Alright, guys, we're gonna go for a take. Quiet on set, please. Ready, Tyler?
Do you need the? No, because the sound is like.
Oh my gosh, you guys
Thank
have
you.
one of these?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, do you want us to do it?
Can I do it? Like,
Alright.
Ready?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Daily HUD. Thank you so much for tuning in, and feel free to send us your clips where we give. I said it
Let's start that
stupid.
again.
Perfect. Good go, good go.
Sorry.
From the top.
Ah, I'll just do what I'm supposed to do.
From the tippity top.
You are talking to people.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Daily HUD, where we give you the latest esports news. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Sierra.
And I'm Dom. And hey, we're looking for your clips. That's right, your highlights, your bloopers. Send them on over to the link down in the description. And of course, if there's any games that we're not covering, let us know so that we can actually cover them. Because today, we're taking a look at the LEC and the LCS finals that are happening. Then we're tuning into the ESL Pro League preview and the results of the first day of week 2 of the Overwatch League. And finally, a preview for the weekend. Of course, we've still got Rainbow Six to talk about, Fortnite World Cup news, Twitch Rivals happening this weekend, and our LCS week 2. There's a lot going on, so let's get started.
Fantastic. Our first coverage of the day will take us to the conclusion of the LEC playoffs and their interesting matches. After the Juggernaut match last week, we are expected to see some huge matches this weekend. On Saturday, we get round 3 of the LEC or semifinals for anyone who is unfamiliar with the setup. Fnatic and Origin are set to face off. 2 giants are looking to go to the finals. Fnatic's objective is to be on the top team again and take down G2 for them to be at the top of the standing. But with Origin in there, it'll be a battle to remember. The LEC semifinals will take place tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The set will be a best of 5, and the winner of the match will meet G2 in the finals on Sunday. We'll be reporting the results on Monday, so be sure not to miss them.
Now, there's still a lot more league coverage to talk about because this Saturday is the conclusion of the LCS Spring Split, in which Team Liquid is going to meet TSM in a fantastic giant versus giant, rivalry versus rivalry battle. Bjergsen versus Doublelift.
Oh,
Both of
boy.
them currently have 5 championship titles, but This is number 6. Who's going to upset it? Now, as a preview to this matchup, I got a chance to sit down with Aiden Zyrene Moon, previously color commentator for the North American LCS. Just last night, we did a long 30-minute interview. You can see the whole rest of that interview down in a link below in the description. But for now, let's take a look at some of his preliminary thoughts on what we should be watching out for.
Okay, now let's talk some. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Did I?
So that
did you
was-
want something else?
No, that was good.
Okay.
So that was an ad-lib toss.
Yeah.
The interview was legitimately like 28 minutes long. So just
Do you want me to
chunking the
ask you
whole thing in
questions
there.
about that or no?
No. He does a whole
So we're
thing.
gonna include this into the daily HUD, correct?
Yes.
So
So
maybe
I'm
we
gonna
could
I'm gonna
keep-
cut a 5-minute segment out of that and plug it in,
Oh,
or
cool.
even
Oh,
like a
okay.
2 or 3 minute segment.
I mean,
As
I
like a
was gonna say,
teaser.
yeah, to
Make it
maybe you can include more of the interview of questions that you think would be helpful to them, and
Mhm.
then maybe cut the discussions you guys had today a little shorter, so we have equal balance of the interview and the.
Oh,
daily
so
HUD.
if you want that afterwards,
Correct.
sure.
So maybe you guys can do a little bit of that. I mean,
Yeah,
whatever,
we can-
whatever
we can
you think.
put
If
that-
you think that the interview had a lot of great information and a lot
Yeah.
of you
So-
can include more than 2 or 3 minutes of it. Is what I'm saying.
my concern is I did it at home at my apartment, so the audio isn't very great, and every
But
once in a
the
while the
computer
camera
audio?
stutters. Yeah.
The computer audio. Did you do
The video interview. So it's an interview, full screen, and it's his face the whole time talking.
And did you record the audio with the computer?
Yes, I have my audio and his audio, so we do talk back and forth.
Is his audio clear?
It's pre-recorded. His is good-ish.
So maybe we
It
can.
mixed in.
Audio.
But again, I can show that to you afterwards, and we
Yeah,
can decide.
Okay.
We'll do a second take at the end and be like, and now here is that interview in full to close us out for the rest of the day.
Okay, cool.
So we'll do a second take at the end. Let's remember that, because we can remember that. We can remember things. Yes, so we've got the take VL, now we're back.
Let's get you centered real quick.
Anyway, get excited and I'm like,
Okay, so I'm centered here. Yes, correct.
So you're a little bit more out.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Okay. And then what do we talk about next?
these are giants. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that's your
Then we go to
interview.
CSGO. Yes. Oh, the CSGO is a long one. That's the one from our guest writer. All right. I'm gonna hit
Don't
start.
forget to give him a shout out.
Yes, absolutely will.
Actually, when you say his name,
Mhm.
since you know what it is, you know what his name is, we can put a graphic like
Comedic
of-
style. Yeah,
of
yeah.
the of the dunk, and then say what? Not that
Bum,
one.
bum, bum, bum,
But just as good.
bum, bum. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So I'll take this and then it'll transition into you. Again, that was just a preview of our conversation with Zyrene. You can see the whole thing later towards the end of the video. And again, I'm excited to see the matchup as well. Bjergsen versus Doublelift has been a clash for the ages. And then you got Jensen. I don't know. I could talk about them forever. But hey, that's going to be the conclusion of the LCS Spring Split Finals this Saturday at 4 p.m. Hopefully, we'll get the chance to give you all the results of that coverage on Monday.
So be sure to tune in. Let's talk some CSGO news. Tomorrow, the ESL Pro League Season 9 debuts with a brand new qualifying system. In last season's system, each team would play each other twice, and the top 7 teams from the EU and the top 6 teams from North America and others from around the globe would play in the ESL Pro League Finals to compete for number 1. This year, though, the format is just a little bit different. Each team has been placed in a group based on their ESL CSGO World Ranking System per their region. The Group 3 is a best of 3. The European League has 16 split teams into 4 groups, with the top teams of each of those groups automatically qualifying for the ESL Season 9 Finals. The second and third place teams will go to the second round of groups to try and qualify. First and second place teams of those second groups will qualify for the remaining EU sports. It was kind of a bit to untangle there, but I hope it got across.
Yeah, but again, the whole idea is 2 rounds of groups. In the Americas region, we're going to have 12 teams from North America, 4 teams from South America. The North American teams will be split into 3 separate groups, while the South American team will get their own. Similar to Europe, the top team from each group will automatically qualify into the finals. Then, both the second and third place teams from the North American and South American groups will combine into an additional. This is that second round of groups to fight for the remaining spots. The difference between Europe and North America, though, is that in the second round of the Americas region, only the first place teams will qualify for the finals. So a little bit more difficult in the Americas region. That said, if you don't get your initial berth, while it is harder to qualify, the chance is still there.
Fantastic. Well, I wish you all good luck, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty challenging game with those teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. North America, go! In recent news, ESL confirmed that Luminosity will take the final vacant spot. The spot was vacant because of Rogue. The team that previously held their own spot in the league had been disbanded. The players MSL and Nico went to Optic, Sick went to Complexity, and Vice went to Cloud9 as a trial player. Luminosity claiming the spot is controversial, seeing as Luminosity was relegated to a lower league for their failure during the ESL Pro League Season 8. This controversy stems from the fact that the 2 other teams, singularly Team Fury, seem to be obvious choices, and Team Singularity.
You're close.
Did it take VO?
I did a really good job.
So we were on VO before.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll just do it. But you're doing great. I was very impressed with your name.
That was great.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
but what is it? Regularly? What is it?
Relegated.
Relegated.
Which
To
is
be relegated. To be dropped out.
Okay. Kicked them, yeah.
Relegation.
Lost. Right. Okay. Relegation. Got it.
And then the other one is, I didn't even put on makeup today. The other one is Singularity and Team Furia.
Furia.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. Thank you.
So I'm gonna scroll it up a little bit so we
Why
have
didn't
some
I see those?
twin time. There we go.
In recent news,
Take your time.
oh sorry.
You're good.
In recent news, ESL confirmed that Luminosity will take the final vacant spot. The spot was vacant because Rogue, the team that previously held their own spot in the league, had disbanded. The players, MSL and Nico, went to Optic, Sick went to Complexity, and Vice went to Cloud9 as a trial player. Luminosity claiming the spot is controversial, seeing as Luminosity was relegated to a lower league after their failure during ESL Pro League Season 8. Oops. This controversy stems from the fact that the 2 other teams, Singularity and Team Furia, seem to be obvious choices, with Team Singularity getting 3rd place in the qualifying matches to get into the Pro League, and Team Furia winning the most recent season of the Mountain Dew League, aka the league before the ESL Pro League. Many fans are disappointed by Luminosity's placement. However, we'll have to wait and see if Luminosity can perform well or if they will fail, as most fans have predicted.
Of course, time will only tell. Another important change, though, is the transition for the Americas and the European region to be playing all of their matches on LAN, local area network. Now, this is a huge advantage for teams like Liquid and MIBR, who are set to excel due to their voluminous LAN event experiences. Elsewhere, though, in Oceania and Asia, all games will be played online. In addition, after the conclusion of the most recent major, there are a handful of new changed rosters. 1/3 of the European teams and almost 1/2 of the North American teams have made roster changes, and we hope to see how effectively the new rosters play. The first match of the ESL Pro League Season 9 will be a Battle of the Danes, with Team North going up against a brand new Optic Gaming. Those matches are set to start today. So keep yourself tuned to Twitch to catch up on all that information.
April 12th. In the last of our CSGO news, the Blast Pro Miami kicks off today. This event has a $250,000 going to the first place